Imagine if every conversation in your business that you had with the customer was remembered. How powerful that would be for you guys. How an AI memory system actually works and why your business needs one. Just imagine if every conversation in your business was remembered, not just recorded by a random CRM that nobody ended up looking at, right? But it's actually used in real time to answer questions faster. It can personalize offers, it can spot patterns that humans miss. This is what an AI memory system can do for you. I'm going to show you how it works and how businesses are using it today to save hundreds of dollars and hours on a monthly basis. I'm Chelsea with Implement Artificial Intelligence, IAI for short. And I build AI systems that don't just talk to customers, they remember, they learn, and they get smarter the more that you use them. So I'm going to break down what an AI memory system is, how it plugs into your existing tools like your phone, your chat, your CRM, and real business examples of how they utilize this and what it could look like if we built this into your business. So let's start with the problem. Most businesses are drowning in data from their phone calls, their emails, their chat logs, their tickets, CRM notes, but it has a memory problem. Customers end up repeating themselves every time on a call. When they call back, your team doesn't know that they have called before all the time. Your team answers the same question over and over and over. And all of that knowledge, it comes from your best people. Sometimes your managers, they have to step in to help with them on that. And it all lives in their heads. It's buried across several tools. And so the traditional chatbots, they don't fix this. It gives a generic response, and then it forgets the conversation right after it ends. And that's where an AI memory system is different. It's like building a brain, and it remembers actually what has happened. So when you use an AI memory system, you can think of it as 3 layers. The AI memory, it remembers what was said 5 seconds ago, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. So then your customer doesn't have to repeat of like, hey, I had these issues in the past. So for example, the AI can say, oh, got it. I know you mentioned that you had an AC unit. It was shutting off after 10 minutes. Let me pull up those troubleshooting steps for that specific model. That's an example of short-term memory. Now, long-term memory, this is where the system remembers things about a person in a conversation of what products they own, past issues, preferences, any notes from a human agent. And it says, hey, Sarah, I saw you called last month about your lithium battery setup. Are you calling about the same thing today? So then it actually knows who you are. You're not a stranger every time. And then also it builds a knowledge memory into your company. So it can be categorized through PDFs, manuals, SOPs, internal docs, frequently asked questions, training guides. The AI memory can learn from these. So then when a customer asks a question, it retrieves the most relevant data to go ahead and answer correctly. It's also called like a RAG system, but in simple terms, it means instead of guessing, the AI looks it up and it answers based on your company's knowledge that you feed it. So for example, let me go ahead, I'll share my screen of how this works. You can see. So there's different spaces, different documents, areas that can be connected, different agents and workflows that can be built off of it. But every interaction from call, chat, form, it's captured and it creates a summary of who, what, why they reached out. And that can also be tracked into a live portal for any business also, so they can see it in live real time and have a transcript of that data. And that's then gets stored into these different document spaces. Maybe there's one on customer profile, ticket history, analytic dashboard. And then from there, whenever a customer calls back, it'll pull up that specific memory of, okay, past knowledge articles, internal notes, and then it can respond based off of any question that the user has. So for example, the AI picks up, it identifies the call, it pulls their history, and on their dashboards too, I can search by customer. So I could search by customer, for example, and it's going to pull up all the past calls that Chelsea called in on. It'll see what they have had issues on, and it automatically tags this as like, hey, this has been a repeat issue. So now your leadership team can go ahead and chat with any of the data. For example, show me the most common RV slide out issue in the last 30 days. It's going to pull all of that information from the call, and it's going to go ahead and tell you, hey, it was the slide out, it wasn't extending, or it got stuck, there was jerky movement based off of that call's data. So your leadership team, they could see a dashboard like what are the top 10 reoccurring issues by model, dealer, region. And that's where all of this data that comes in real time can be built with specific dashboards for different companies and departments of what data they want to see in real time. Like you can have a heat map of top issues coming in. So it's not just customer service, it's product intelligence. And that's what makes a big difference. Now, if you were to use this for sales, for example, the AI can see, hey, the user downloaded these 3 guides on a specific product. It knows that they've asked pricing questions. It recognizes, hey, they are near a buying decision. So the AI then responds, hey, would you like me to book a 15-minute call with our specialist this week to finalize options? So it's not just starting the conversation back up, having to warm them again. It is picking up where they left off last. Now for your operations and compliance, the team can then see, okay, updates on policy, pricing, safety procedures. So instead of emailing it to everyone, hoping that they read it, it will get updated by your knowledge base. So you can just upload those documents into there, and then your team has a playbook. So how some companies will utilize this is their entire company can have a playbook of how to respond back to a customer when they don't know an answer. It'll give it to them. So no more having to email this out. It's automatically uploaded. They have the response of how to respond to users. So how companies are using and investing in this AI memory system right now is typically to reduce repetitive work, shorten that call time, improve consistently, and then also see patterns across all different interactions. So you have data, and that can help you to unlock revenue, have better upsells, and happier customers because they're having better customer service too. So we implement this typically by a discovery and mapping, where we map out your current flows, calls, tickets, emails. We identify where the memory could have the biggest impact. Then we connect it to your documents, your PDFs, your knowledge base, and your systems, and make sure there's permissions, privacy, audit trails, all for your legal purposes. And then we start with a pilot run. So we take one workflow, for example, service calls. And then from there, we gather that data with your teams. And then from there, we scale and we optimize it and roll it across an entire company's portfolio. So if you would like to go ahead, see how an AI memory system would look inside of your business, or you know somebody that it could help, definitely feel free. I'm offering a free AI strategy call and an audit with it, where I'll walk you through what this could look like for your business, what tools you'd actually need, and you can get a rough roadmap of implementation for this in 60 days for your entire business or less. So definitely go ahead, check out implementartificialintelligence.com. And if you'd like to speak to somebody, contact us. Happy to go ahead, hop on a call and walk through more of this for you. And don't forget, if this was helpful, like, subscribe, or share this with somebody on your team who is thinking about AI.